What's up, guys? My name is Joe from Malibu Music, and I happen to be one of the music teachers here. You've probably seen me play guitar, but did you know I also play violin? In fact, that's kind of what I majored in. We teach lessons here. I teach violin here, and we happen to have 3 violins available for you if you want to try them. This one is the SV500. It's for the perfect middle schooler that's trying to up their game in playing violin, and they happen to have parents that are super supportive of their violin journey. Now, the next one we have over here, this one here, is called the SV800. Now, this one is for the person that's trying to go to Pepperdine, for example, and they're trying to go through conservatory, they're trying to really up their game and play well during their recitals. This one is a nice step up from the SV500, and you're going to play well during your juries, your recitals, your exams, for your lessons, when you play for your professor at Pepperdine. This is the SV800. The final tier, the final boss of all 3 is the SV1500, right here from Cremona. Aged wood, 100 years old. You believe that? It's hard to believe there's anything that's 100 years old wood. Yeah, this one is a step up even more from the SV800. If you want to play for your orchestra auditions, nail it, get that audition, get that orchestra gig. If you want to join that quartet, play Mozart, play Beethoven, play professionally for all of your classical needs. This one is the one that you need. It's very responsive. And again, you're going to impress someone by saying that you've got an 800-year-old piece of wood in your hands, man. All right, enough of the talking. Let's go ahead and try to play this thing. Starting off with these violins, we have the SV500 from Cremona. This is at $579.99. And this violin is for the middle school learner that has decided to really take his violin journey seriously. He's got a really good teacher, and the parents are willing to invest into a proper violin that will completely accelerate and enhance the performance ability of the student. It is a very good tonal quality and good quality build as well. So let's have a listen to this SV500. Here's the first movement of Vivaldi Summer. Projects very well, very responsive. Tone quality is pretty bronzish. What I mean by that, it's pretty full. It projects very nicely, very sonorous. It's got a very rich tone. For a little under $600, it's really not that bad. And if you're on a budget, finances are a struggle right now, but you're a professional violinist that needs to make a living, this is not bad. So that's the SV500. Let's move on to the SV800, which is the next tier up. By the way, each of these violins comes with its own bow. Unfortunately, it does not come with a shoulder rest, but that's okay. Shoulder rests are a personal thing anyway that you should probably purchase separately. So this is the SV800 at $1,095. It's the next tier up from SV500. I would say this is the kind of violin you want for the college student who has decided to take conservatory seriously and really wants to up his game as far as being able to play well for juries, for exams, when you go to the likes of Juilliard. So let's compare this to the SV500 as our reference point, and let's see if it's worth the $400 upgrade. So let's start off with our excerpt from first movement of Vivaldi. That tone is a lot fuller than the 500. I can tell the difference. One of the things that you look for in a violin is how well the bow takes to the strings and how easy it is to make it sound very rich in tone, full right away without being too tinny. And so I can tell that right away with this violin. It's quite the upgrade. Yeah, I would take this to my next conservatory experience for sure. Let's hear some meditation. Yeah. Yeah, very nice tone, easy to play. This is definitely for the one that's trying to upgrade his playing ability. I mean, $1,000 price point is no joke for most people. This is the kind of thing that you would really need to start consider where am I taking my journey? Because that's a lot of money, but it is sounding a lot like it's worth $1,000. So carefully consider where you're at in your journey. If you want to go conservatory was my comparison. So not to knock on the SV500, but the SV500 sounds slightly tinnier, so it's a little too trebly for my taste. This one sounds like it's got more of a mid and even more of a bass-ish boost. And so that's good as far as the $400, $500 upgrade. Now let's go to the big boy. This one is close to $2,000. That's nowhere being cheap. Depending on who you're talking to, but yeah. At $1,795, we have the SV1500. Quick note on the kind of wood that it's got, based on the website anyway. This is 100-year-old spruce wood, apparently, based on what we've got from the website. So that's a fun little tidbit for you collectors there. I supposedly, this would be the kind of violin you'd get if, I guess if you're trying to get to Itza Proman level now. And it's for the working professional that probably wants to join an orchestra or a quartet or a quintet, some sort of ensemble, and really is taking a career in classical performance very seriously. This is a $700 upgrade from the SV800. So let's check with our first excerpt again, which is Vivaldi's first movement. Interesting tone. I'm hearing tinges of both SV500 and SV800. If you dig in a little, you get more of a full tone. If you dig in a lot, you get more of a treble boost, is how I would describe it. Digging into that E string gave me more of a tinny boost, so the trebles went up. This is the kind of thing you need to listen for as far as responsiveness with the bow, because these are very important things you need to consider when you're about to play at your next recital or performance. Responsiveness is good across the board for all three violins, but this has a pretty well-rounded responsiveness and tone because it sounds full, and if you dig in enough, you get an up in brightness in the tone. Let's hear some Massenet, some meditation. Sounds nice. Let's keep going. See the feel for that E string? Yeah, that E string's nice and bright. Yeah. interesting responsiveness to the G string. You get this interesting like treble boost when you dig in with the bow a little more, which is interesting because sometimes you need that. Although I dig more of a warm tone, it's nice to get a little more of a treble boost sometimes when you're playing. So I would say worth the $700 upgrade. Again, we have the SV500, the SV800, and the SV1500. SV500 being appropriate for the middle school child who has parents that are really encouraging the kid, and SV800 being appropriate for the conservatory kid, and SV1500 for the guy that wants to play in orchestra and needs a variety of tones. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And just for fun, let's go ahead and play an entire Vivaldi piece on this thing, and let's see how it goes. So here's the third movement of Vivaldi's Summer. Great violin. Okay, so we've tried all three. Now, in my personal opinion, the SV500 is a great price for the serious student. $500 is not cheap. If you're a serious student, go ahead and purchase this if you really want to up your middle school game for violin. Now, for the SV800, if you really want to nail your conservatory gigs, your juries, your exams, go ahead and purchase the SV800. It's going to help you impress your professors in conservatory. And finally, for the SV1500, for that 100-year wood that is super responsive, that just responds well to your bow strokes, and you don't even have to dig in that hard so that it projects so well. You don't have to press down super hard and apply a lot of pressure. That SV1500 is exactly for you if you want to really nail all of your professional gigs on violin. Let us know what you think. Out of the three, which one did you like?